Right, yes, enough of that. Good morning. Well, it's morning here. Maybe it's not morning where you are, on this very round-shaped planet that we have, where it's a different time for different people at the same time, if you accept that there's such a thing called the same time. Relativity and all of that. Okay, right, welcome. All 9 of you. Good. We'll do a bit of Q&A later on. 25 of you, suddenly. There you go. That's better. Let's make it 50 or 100. Or 200. That'd be awesome. By recent standards, that is. Yes, right, so later on we'll do a bit of Q&A if that's what you feel like, and if that's what I feel like. But in the meantime, I thought we'd deal with Cole Robinson again, because why not? Low-hanging fruit. Let's pick on the folks who are most easy to deal with in terms of their ridiculous, nonsensical garbage, basically. So, the usual caveats: if you don't like somebody reviewing somebody else's video, pausing it quite often, even in the middle of a sentence, and correcting things that are wrong, then you're in the wrong place. If you don't like short words, you're in the wrong place, because I do. If you're not here to be supportive of what it is that we're doing here, you're in the wrong place. That's a bit of a community. You'll love it. If you're new here, if you don't sort of get it, you'll pick it up pretty quickly. Basically, what happens is I pretend to be much more grumpy than I really am, and you guys laugh and find it wildly amusing and talk amongst yourselves while I do that, and then we do questions and answers and stuff. All right, and also I'm joined by my usual co-host, Lord Edward Yellow, King of all the Bears, Prince of Pimbatia, which is the independent sovereign nation which we live in, surrounded by the communist state of New Zealand, that is. Ted's main role is in twiddling the knobs. So you go down there, Ted, and you twiddle the knobs. Good boy indeed. Right, let me just... okay, good. Ted, you carry on with the knob twiddling. And we'll see who's in the house, shall we? Right, so first in was Juliet, and we love us some Juliet up in here. Thank you very much for the $1.99. That will feed Ted one of his Teddy snacks, or whatever. Who else is in the house? The Bay Area is represented. Very good. I was quite close to the Bay Area, not that long ago, really. I was on a flight. Well, this is a bit of a story. I was on a flight from Hawaii to New Zealand, supposedly. And I ended up landing in San Francisco Airport and staying there for a few hours, and then flying from there back to New Zealand. That makes all the sense in the world, doesn't it? Completely 180 degrees, arse about face the wrong direction. Well done, the airlines concerned. So a 7.5 hour flight from Hawaii to New Zealand ended up being 23 hours or some bloody thing just to get home. So, no more flying for me. Stick it. I don't want to fly anywhere. If you want to come and visit Pimbatia, you can fly here. We'll put you up and stuff. But we're not doing any travelling. So, there it is. Who else is in the house? Primal Oliver's in the house. That's good. David's here. Bev's here. Corey's here. Phillip Island. Where's that? Phillip Island. Tell us more, Frank. Where is Phillip Island? Yes, the snake diet guy. Yes, Cole Robinson. We'll deal with that in a minute. Yeah, basically another imbecile, but we'll get to that. Jimmy Tarzan. Good. Yes, you're on time. Rex, you're on time. Anyone that comes in late, of course, has to report to Ted after class for, a bit of administrative correction. Yes, I like to correct. Ha 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 ha. Ted, you just twiddle the knobs like a good boy. Thank you. Other David. We've got everyone here is called David, except for the ones that aren't. Yes, not late. Good. Snacksy man, very good. Von's House. Mark, you're a legend. Good to see you. Lizzie's here. Folly Laden Swallow, and a bunch of other bigots. Goodness, a bunch of other bigots in the house. Good to see. All right, so what I thought we'd do is we'd deal with this little video here that Cole Robinson made recently, where he's, I think, attempting to cash in on the apparent change of direction that Dr Kiltz is taking. So I thought that might be an opportunity to comment on both of those things and kill two birds with one stone. So I guess I'll do that, and yeah, enjoy that, and then after that we can do questions and answers if you feel like it. How does that sound? Oh, before I do crack on though, I nearly forgot. Thank you very much to those of you who did respond to my last video in terms of the call to action to join my Patreon. For those of you that didn't see that, basically I laid it on pretty thick and said you need to join my Patreon, otherwise I'm going to quit doing YouTube, which is true. Reason being that YouTube doesn't pay us remotely like what it ought to. You can't make a living on YouTube by YouTube ad revenue alone unless you have millions and millions and millions of subscribers, and YouTube doesn't want me to have millions of subscribers, so it's not a viable way to make a living. So what we need to do is encapsulate our YouTube audiences such that they are, and we need to monetize those by offering something of value to those folks elsewhere. So that's Patreon at the moment. So what you do is you join my Patreon, and in weeks to come, I will be putting together a brand new course, which is an educational course where I will teach you how to read, interpret, and critically evaluate science when it's put in front of you. This paper absolutely shows and proves X, Y, and Z. So I'll teach you how to show that actually the paper that's been put in front of you does no such thing, because they don't. I'll give you all the skills, I'll give you the tools, but I'm not going to do it for free. This is my job, educating people, so you need to pay me for it, basically. If you want to join my Patreon at the higher level tiers, the discussion tiers, you'll actually get access to me face-to-face twice a month as well, to have a Zoom meeting to discuss whatever you want and get whatever opinions you want from me on whatever things that I am qualified to render opinions on. Those things being the physiology of rest and exercise, human nutrition, pure and applied statistical inference, research design, and cardiovascular pathophysiology. And a few other things I have like interests in as well. A little bit on physics. We can talk about physics. We can talk about general health, general problems with the allopathic medicinal community and their practices and what they do and how it's all wrong. Yeah. So that's what's on offer there. While you're there, if you actually use the link that's going across the bottom of the screen at the moment, that bit.ly/Bart-KAY link, that one there, down there. You can buy merchandise from the merchandise store as well if you want. And you can get Sorol products. They're fantastic. Did you know your body renews and repairs itself using a system of adult stem cells that unfortunately, as we age, winds down? Isn't that terrible? Luckily, Sorol products tend to reverse that trend. Isn't that great? Where do you get them from? Well, that link down there. They're awesome. They do exactly what they say they do. I've been taking them for about 15, 16 years now. I'm 107. Do I look it? Anyone that says yes, you're in the wrong place. Off you pop. I don't look 107 at all, do I? No. Anyway, let's talk to someone or listen to someone who sounds like he could be 107. Also reminds me a lot of that character out of the first Men in Black film where the insect crawled inside the bloke's skin. You can't unsee it once you see it, probably, with Cole. Anyway, let's hear what Cole had to say about Dr Kiltz, and we'll put it right where it's wrong, and then we'll do questions and answers. How's that?
Hey, fatty!
Hello!
The carnivore diet is heart attack city!
No, it isn't, Cole. Wrong. False.
Heart attack city!
Saying the same stupid, ignorant, arrogant thing twice doesn't make it correct, Cole. It's still incorrect.
There's even some of these carnivore MDs are coming out of the woodwork like Dr Kiltz.
Yeah, he means Kiltz, of course.
With bad CAC scores.
Bad? According to whom? On the basis of what?
coronary artery calcium buildup?
Yes, over what period of time?
You know, I've been Mr. Crazy Carnivore
Mr. Crazy Carnivore.
for nearly 15 years. I felt amazing. And some recent things happening all over the world and in my life personally. We've seen some people leave us in this world, and maybe in a very polarizing way.
Yes, that's absolutely true, Rob. But what's that got to do with whether or not eating meat is a good idea? In any way, shape or form? Can somebody help me with that? I'm lost already. I wish I wasn't so easily confused.
Potentially. And I've been thinking a little bit more how the shining light of faith in the highest power within all of us needs to be a positive light to bring people together. And leading as a carnivore and only eating meat maybe was a little too polarizing.
All right, so that's a good reason to stop eating meat, is it, Rob? Because some people don't like it, and some people get upset with you for eating only meat. I think you'll find if you read the good book that God is right behind the eating of meat, actually. God is also not all about bringing people together, by the way. God is about you having a personal relationship with him. That's my understanding of it anyway. What do I know? I only grew up in a family that was, really quite religious. Two of my uncles have served as priests. Both have gone to God now, of course. But there you go. Right, what's next?
And recently I've also had a test that showed my CAC score went from 700 to 800.
Okay, well, 700 to 800 is not a huge increase, really, Rob. And over what period of time are we talking? Under what influences, other than dietary? Assuming that what you say about having eaten only meat and fat is true.
My CT angiogram noted a few more plaque sites with calcium in my LAD and my right coronary artery and in my circumflex, although my heart function and my blood flow is excellent.
Okay, so you feel great. Your heart function and blood flow are great. There's a mild increase in the measurement of calcification in some of your coronary arteries. Over what period of time, I don't know, because you didn't say. Under what influence, we don't know, Rob, only you know. I'm not sure what the point is here. Oh, and eating meat upsets some people, so perhaps that's not the best approach to life. That's some great logicking.
Feel great. I recently suffered from some acute colitis. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's not related to your heart, is it? See, when you go to medical school, Rob, you learn that the colon is really nowhere near the heart, don't you? If there was something going on in your colon, well, that's probably something to look into as to what the cause of that was, maybe.
What it was.
In just 2 days, I'll show you how to unlock the most advanced AI filmmaking and content
Can't
creation
wait.
tool.
Okay? On steak only.
No. Steak and associated fat with the steak. I suppose you could say the fat that's associated with the steak is part of the steak. If you like, Cole, all right, fine.
This is exactly what Sean Muffin Top Baker.
Sean Muffin Top Baker. My word, this boy is absolutely divorced from reality, isn't he? How many times in the last few years has Sean Baker blown up and got fat, gone on some ridiculous, stupid fad diet for a few weeks to a few months to sort that out, fucked up his health doing that, back to square one again, up and down like a up and downy thing. Oh yeah, that's you, Cole Robinson, not Sean Baker. Sean Baker has been rock stable in terms of his diet, in terms of his physical condition, in terms of his messaging. You're all over the place. Sean Baker also has more than 3 brain cells to rub together, and you don't, son. You're a fucking imbecile, Cole Robinson. You're an absolute caricature on yourself. You're not even funny. At least when I curse and carry on, I'm amusing. At least I think I am. I think this guy's a clown. Not a very good one.
That's his big 30-day reset. Just eat a pile of steak. It's common sense.
Yeah, see, again with the projection here, Cole Robinson making a video where he wants to talk to people about common sense. Were you not promoting the sugar diet just a few months ago? Because that was hip and cool that week, Cole. Yes, you were. Were you, before that, promoting a bunch of really extreme over-the-top fasting with actually no idea of what the hell it is you're talking about, or, you know, no business giving really advice to anybody on anything, Cole Robinson? Yes, you were. You don't look to be in the great shape now when you're making this video. That's for another day. $20. Appreciate those, Jacob, very much. Well, Ted does. He'll use those for whatever nefarious purpose Ted uses such things for, won't you, Ted? Ted? He's too busy twiddling the knobs to respond at the moment. All right. Yeah. How did the sugar diet work out for you, Cole? Wow. All right, what's next?
Okay, you want to reverse any artery damage you've caused with your stupid carnivore diet?
Okay, so again, there's a cause and effect statement that is not supported with any evidence of any kind. It's just your opinion, Cole Robinson, your ignorant, untrained, stupid, arrogant opinion. And let me remind folks once again about opinions. They are just like assholes, in that almost everybody's got one, and it's almost certainly full of shit at any given time. And yours, Cole Robinson, absolutely chock full of shit to the gunnels. Thank you very much for the 2 squids. We do like UK squids here. Yes. Is seborrheic dermatitis eczema reversible? If so, why? Yes, it is, absolutely. All you need to do really is, well, I have a 5 patented health hacks approach to life, which would be very, very likely to impact those situations very, very positively without making any therapeutic claims. I'm just suggesting I think I've probably got the answer for you. If you have a look at a video of mine called 5 Health Hacks You Need to Know, where I'm doing that on the thumbnail so that you can see there are indeed 5, and also so that you can see the palm of my hand, which makes me much more trustworthy, I'm told. Those of you that are having difficulty trusting me, all you need to do is trust me. I'm safe and effective. I'm the science me. Don't question the science. All right? What is next, Cole?
Cut the fat out of the diet, you idiots!
No, don't do that, you idiots. Don't listen to Cole Robinson, you idiots. The worst possible thing you could do is cut the fat out of your diet. Some of the fat, absolutely. The wrong sorts of fat you should cut out of your diet, Cole, but not all the fat. Some of the fat needs to be there. Plays a very important role in human nutrition. That being the fat derived from animals. That's the kind of fat that you want in your diet, and the fat from plants is the kind that you don't. Actually, you don't want any of the plants in your diet, or any part of the plants, especially not the sugar, Cole Robinson. Hello, Jonathan. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. Hope things are going the right direction. Eating cheese could be a problem. For whom? But not necessarily. Okay, thank you for that. All right. Where is the 5 Health Hacks book? When is the 5 Health Hacks book out? Well, the book is not just about the 5 Health Hacks. It's about all aspects of all sorts of things, and it's an ongoing, developing, living document, which is being fermented, put together in the background. You'll get to it. I mean, you'll get an opportunity to get to it when we get to finishing it off, myself and my co-writer. I have a co-writer, yes. All right. Very, very good indeed. Very good. Okay. Jonathan has been a member for 49 months. Yes, who hasn't joined the Meat Militia? I'm encouraging people these days, excuse me, Jonathan, to join my Patreon at one of the fine Patreon levels that I have. Thank you, Mr. Beaumont. Appreciate that very much. The $9.99. No comments, but we'll take the money. Yes, I'm encouraging people to join my Patreon so that they can get access to my brand new course, my educational course, my video course, which I'm putting together in the background over the next period of time. Starting in a few weeks to come, I shall post the first installation of this course for folks to see on my Patreon and go, oh, this is good. I think I need to be around for the rest of it, because it will be outstanding I'll teach you how to pick up a piece of literature and basically carve it to pieces using actual science, discipline, epistemologically acceptable thought processes, all of that. So that when people wave a paper in front of you and say, look, here's a paper that absolutely proves such and such, you can say, well, here's why it doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 12, 15. As many reasons as you like, depending on what sort of a student you are and how good you are at taking on the information that I'm going to put forward in my course, telling you how to do it. Soon, on my Patreon. How do you access my Patreon? The link for all things Bart is currently going across the bottom of the screen in its own sort of left to right fashion, really, in that yellow banner down there where it says where you go. And at that particular little linky poo there, you can not only join my Patreon at a number of different levels with different levels of service and privileges attendant, depending on how much you are committing to on a monthly basis, but also you can go other places. You can go to my merchandise store and buy things like this fine Meat Militia cup, or indeed any number of other bits of fine merchandise that none of you have been buying ever. I think I get about $15 a month out of merchandise. Well done, folks. Well done. The other thing you might do is go and get yourself organised with the Cerule products. Stem Enhance Ultra, Cyactive and Plasma Flow is what you want. I suggest you get a wellness pack on Subscribe and Save. That way you get about 18 to 20% discount if you want to pay for the products. If you don't want to pay for them, send me an email and I'll tell you how to not pay for them and still get them. It's very easy, really. Thank you for the £1.99. Is kimchi helpful? I don't find it so, personally. Hearing good things, I guess, about it. Well, fine, try it if you like. N equals 1, mess around and find out, I don't care. I'm not one for that kind of stuff at all. I'm not one for that kind of stuff at all. Jonathan wears his yellow Meat Militia t-shirt at the gym sometimes. The aged folks love it. The aged ones. What about the young'uns? I thought the young'uns would love a teddy bear. No? Oh well. Anyway, Cole, tell us more about how cut the fat out of the diet, apparently, for some reason.
Low fat diet!
No, you're just saying that's what you do doesn't mean that's what you should do, Cole. Are you going to back up any of your ridiculous, pustulous, excremental, ignorant fucking statements with anything whatsoever? Or are you just going to shout at people?
It's clean!
Oh, fat is dirty, apparently, folks. Who knew? Cole knew. All hail Cole. What an absolute cocksplat. What a fuck monkey. What a complete waste of perfectly good oxygen this boy is. Dear oh dear. Eat a low-fat diet because it's clean.
It's clean!
Saying the same stupid thing again doesn't make it any more correct or any less stupid, you fucking ignoramus. You absolute fucking retard. Retread. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Deep down intuitively, you know this is the way to eat.
No, Cole Robinson. False. I am guided by, underpinned by, a really very, very significant faculty of scientific reason and scientific experience as a practicing scientist for over 2 decades in a previous life. Now I'm a farmer and an online influencer of some ill repute. But I've been in science, I've done science, I've published things, I've taught both undergraduate and postgraduate students. I have taught more qualified doctors, Cole, than you've had hot feeds. Okay? So no, we don't need intuition, we need actual science, actual common sense, which you seem to lack, Mr. Sugar Diet, to actually inform us on anything.
Lean ass meat, not fatty meat.
No, wrong thing to do.
And whole food carbohydrates.
No, there's no such thing as whole food carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not food for human beings. The exact requirement for carbohydrates in the human diet, Cole Robinson, is not 1 single gram ever. Still. Idiot. Imbecile. Fuck trumpet.
Okay, starch fruit.
No. What fruit is particularly starchy, by the way?
you're starting to see the arterial plaque buildup come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, and what's the cause of it, Cole? Because one of us is a cardiovascular pathophysiologist and one of us is a fucking imbecile, Cole Robinson. Which one are you? Okay?
Doesn't just happen overnight.
That's right. That's why I asked the question earlier on when Kiltz said he's had an increase from 700 to 800. There are a number of questions I would ask around that. First question I'd ask is, okay, were the two tests undertaken by the same technician at the same institution using the same piece of equipment both times? Were they interpreted by the same person both times? That would be my first question. All right? Because I have a rational, reasonable faculty of scientific reasoning and the ability to think with discernment, or indeed, Cole Robinson, to think at all. Basically, Cole, you are so fucking stupid that I am stunned that you don't simply forget to breathe and die. Okay?
Dr. Kiltz is
Oh, that's hilarious.
changing his tune.
Yes, Dr. Kiltz is changing his tune. That doesn't mean he's right. He and I are yet to have a discussion about his recent evolutions.
Even adding in vegetables and potatoes and shit.
Yes, shit and more shit is what you just said.
That maybe my consumption of only red meat may have contributed. I don't know.
Seriously, Rob, that's very, very disappointing. You do know. You know better than that, Rob. Very disappointing indeed.
Bought these yesterday at Wegmans and packaged them today to freeze some and consume some. I've got some salmon. I also bought some halibut, tuna, and sea bass.
All right, so you're into the seafood now, apparently. Yeah. Okay.
I love scallops. I love lobsters, and I love beef. But maybe my focus on only beef and carnivore is not going in the right direction completely.
Well, what are you basing that on, Rob? Speculation? Fear? I don't know what you're basing it on. I'm speculating as to what you're basing your speculation on. What I do know, Rob, is that there is nothing that you've said here so far that would lead me to change my mind, not one jot, on anything.
Maybe being a little bit softer and inclusive. That's what I'm working on. You know, I'm not ready for broccoli, but baked potato with a lot of sour cream and butter, yeah. But I'm going to say, hey, listen, if you throw in a little bit of broccoli.
This is how it starts, boys and girls, when you have a hardcore carnivore who starts either finding that what they're doing is not actually quite ideal and it's maybe causing a problem, or indeed some test that actually cannot establish whether there is a problem, in the case of the CAC thing that Rob's talking about here. And they start this slide, don't they? First of all, we're going to add some starch. Then we're going to get hooked on sugar again. We're going to start adding sugar, but in the form of fruit, because that's natural. And before you know it, we've got another Dr. Paul salad I don't know on our hands, telling people that it's perfectly okay to pour hundreds and hundreds of grams of contraindicated unnecessary sugar down their stupid fucking necks every day. Rob, you have an opportunity to pull on the handbrake here, stop this ridiculous nonsense, and come back to us. If you want to discuss things with me about whether or not you actually have a cardiac problem of any kind, whether it's likely that you do of any kind, and whether or not a diet which is based entirely around red meat and associated fat is appropriate for any given human being or not, I stand ready, Rob. Love you. Nothing you can do about it, but stop this nonsense, Rob. Stop it now. Okay? Right, what's next?
Or asparagus in that, no, that's okay. I say cook it well and add the fat, butter. I've been using a little bit of Miller's Biofarm raw cream,
Cha-ching!
raw butter.
Still screwing up by having too much dietary fat.
Wrong, Cole Robinson. Absolutely wrong. Completely wrong, completely uninformed by anything remotely regarding or related to science of any kind. Just your ignorant, stupid, untrained, arrogant opinion, you fuck splat.
Just gonna cut the fat out of the diet.
No, still wrong. Doesn't matter how many times you say that, Cole, it is still the wrong thing to do. Still.
This is the problem with that whole carnivore diet scam.
No. This is again your opinion. Number one, the carnivore diet is not a scam. It's a diet. Or it's a lifestyle, if you like. It's a way of approaching one's nutrition. It's the only way that we can actually follow our genetic gift. Our development as a species over deep time, positive and negative selection pressures have led to us evolving a certain set of organ systems, a certain biochemical pathway that predominates, etc., etc., etc. We are absolutely adapted as hyper-carnivores. We are absolutely adapted to gain the vast majority of our so-called energy from the fats found on animals and not plants, still.
Okay, if there was one way, maybe, that you could do a high-fat diet and not have those negative side effects.
Which negative side effects are those, Cole? Screaming like an imbecile? Ballooning up and having to go on a diet every 3 weeks to get rid of the ballooning up you've done because of all the carbohydrates, probably? A lack of intelligence, a lack of clear cognition, brain fog as fuck. Oh, hang on, they're all things you're experiencing, not us. Okay.
It was the old school ketogenic diet.
Oh my God. If there was any doubt whatsoever that Cole Robinson is completely and utterly incredible, meaning lacking in any credibility of any kind, there it is. Simple.
Which is for therapy use only.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Completely wrong. False. Again.
Which was insane low protein.
Nope. Thank you, Sam, for the $9.99. You called him out before he sold out. I have. Rob, you've got to stop, mate. You've got to stop with this nonsense. I love you, but this nonsense needs to stop. Come back to the table, come back to us, have a discussion with me publicly about what you've been saying lately, and we'll put it right, because you need to recant, you need to backtrack, you need to come back to us. I would hate for you to turn into another pork salad I don't know. Couldn't stand it.
And that yields you insane low blood sugars. The blood sugar...
I tell you what's insane, Cole Robinson. Anyone listening to you for anything other than their own edification and amusement at your fucking mindless stupidity, your absolute rancid, pustulous nonsense, the garbage that spews forth from your arrogant fucking mouth every time you open it. Yes.
Need to be insane low. Like insane low.
Just say it again. Say the same stupid thing over and over and over again, and that'll make it correct, Cole, will it? No, it's still stupid, it's still arrogant, it's still ignorant, and it's still wrong. And you are still a complete waste of space.
We're talking like 3 millimoles per liter. Around the clock. If the fat is high. Not like Sean Dad Bod Baker's blood sugars.
Sean Dad Bod, coming from this fucking pudgy turd here. Incredible. Thank you for the super sticker. Can't see what it is on the screen, but I assume it's probably a blue-shaped pear doing some kind of a dance. Anyway, thank you very much for the $10. Appreciate those. Yes, the bug from Men in Black. Exactly what I said at the beginning. Exactly that. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, can you? Yes. Yep. Cole Robinson does make the world a stupider place.
Which were basically the exact same as anybody that's eating a normal diet, but with a crazy amount of dietary fat.
Again, an opinion based on absolutely no science, no experience in science, no ability to read or interpret science. Just an opinion, and a stupid one.
knocking the vegetables out. You're not
Yes, you are knocking the vegetables out. What are you talking about?
Hey, guy, relax.
knocking all the plant foods out. That carnivore diet is trash.
Now, what's trash, Cole Robinson, is absolutely everything you've had to say on any topic ever. You are an absolute mindless cunt. You need to shut the fuck up permanently. You're not doing anybody any favours at all. You are a complete waste of space. Fuck right off. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get your stupid ass off the internet and keep it off there. You fucking mindless cunt. Get off.
Heart attack, city.
You've said that already 2 or 3 times, and it was wrong every single time, and it's still wrong.
Okay, even when I pushed a low-carb diet in the past, how did I push it?
So you keep changing your tune, Cole Robinson. How much credibility does that lend you? None at all. Absolutely none. Hear that, Rob? Change your tune, your credibility is gone. You're done. You've got time to recant, you've got time to pull it back in, you've got time to pull on the handbrake, as I said. Turn that ship of yours around, Rob, and come back to us before it's too late, before you do irreparable damage to your reputation, frankly, to your credibility. You were right all along to suggest that the appropriate diet for a human being is hyper-carnivore, high in animal fat, moderate in animal protein. You were not correct to assert that the best thing a person can do is eat raw meat. That was not correct, Rob. You are also not correct to assert that you can add an amount of vegetables which will slide into sugar and fruit and honey if you don't turn this thing around. That's wrong, Rob. It's not okay. Come back to us. And Cole, just fuck off, son. You're just a fucking waste of space. You really are.
Crazy low protein.
You said that already. It was stupid the first time, and it's still stupid.
It has to be insane low protein.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you mindless cunt. Seriously.
I even talked about 10%
About? What are you talking about?
protein.
Does anybody know what this boy's talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
As soon as you bring the protein up with the fat being high, you run into problems.
Nonsense.
And when you knock the vegetables out.
Oat. Is that like a boat?
Stupidity.
It's stupidity, says Cole Robinson. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I'm living with a herd of elephants upstairs. Elephanting around.
Stupidity. That's why you're starting to see people get strokes and shit. And they're not even overweight.
You look like you've had a stroke and shit. In fact, you look like you've had a stroke and shit your pants. Right now, immediately, Cole. And I didn't even mean to pause it at this point, but it does look like someone who's had a shit and a stroke.
They're not even overweight. Kids.
You said that 2 seconds ago.
Good. That Dr. Kiltz is coming out because he was hardcore.
What even is that? What's hardcore? Nobody who changes their tune can be deemed to have ever been hardcore. Because those of us who are hardcore in terms of the advice, in terms of our protestations about what's ideal for any given person, we do not change our tune. Our tune is the same. The song remains the same. Yeah. Hello, fluffy dog. Come on in. Come and say hello to the boys and girls. Come and say hello. Oh, fluffy dog. Ooh. Ooh. What's your name, fluffy dog? Is it fluffy dog? She's lost her hearing in the last, year or so, to the point now where we believe her to be profoundly deaf. because, well, I mean, she's always ignored me in 3 different languages: English, Swanglish, and sign language for the terminally stupid. Perhaps I should try that with Cole. Sign language for the terminally stupid. But anyway. Oh, yes. Are you here to help? Are you here for the cuteness factor? You smell, your mouth smells like you've been eating shit again. Have you been eating shit again? You shit-eating shit-eater? Yes. Oh, slicker interlitten fitter. Oh, right, you can go away now. There. Right, anyway. It's not the only shit I have to taste this fucking day, is it? We still have to put up with nearly half of Cole Robinson's ridiculous nonsense.
Hardcore steak only for like 15 years.
That's not hardcore. Because folks that are hardcore don't do it for a set period of time and then change their tune. That's softcore.
The carnivore diet is heart attack, sit there.
You've already said that 4 or 5 times, Cole Robinson, and it's still wrong. Completely, utterly wrong and ignorant. Humadurman, Princessa. Bro? Yes.
Like I said, a true ketogenic diet has its place for like 1 in 100,000 people, maybe with epilepsy.
Oh, right, and what qualifications underpin your statement in that regard, Cole Robinson? Oh, yes. None at all. You are a mindless cocksplat with an opinion. A stupid fucking opinion. Good. Yeah. Little fitter. Huh? Stick a brain. Slicker inter. Anyway.
And the protein's gotta be rock bottom.
Tell you what's rock bottom. A couple of things. Cole Robinson's intelligence quotient. And I guess my selection of picking the low fruit today, because I couldn't be asked picking someone that might be a challenge to refute.
Rock bottom, like
You just fucking said that, cocksplat. You mindless cunt. You just fucking said that. Thank you for the £1.99. She's always been a bit clingy, to be fair, has that one. Actually, if anything, she's probably a bit more independent now. She sleeps a bit more. She's getting on, mind. She'll curl up in the corner and, you know. But if she thinks she's been left alone, all hell breaks loose. Woe is me and shit. Yeah. Anyways, there it is.
I used to talk about. But obviously, what kind of diet's that for the average person?
Right, so what you've just said is what you used to say to people is a load of rubbish now, in your opinion. Meaning you've changed your opinion entirely. Meaning that you are completely without credibility. Remember a few weeks ago, Cole was talking about the sugar diet, for Christ's sake. What's he going to talk about next week? What's popular next week for clicks and views? Anyone that listens to this guy for any reason other than to amuse themselves at how stupid he is deserves what they get. That's Darwin in action, right there. Okay? This boy is a complete waste of time.
Useless.
Yes, you are useless, Cole Robinson. Completely fucking useless. What's next?
Useless.
Yes, useless. Say it again.
And it
Make sure you repeat it again, though.
still comes with negative side effects. It's so easy to solve these problems. We're talking about weight loss. We're talking about clean, clear arteries.
What are we talking about?
We're talking a low-fat, clean diet.
Well, that's just nonsense. Buzzwords. Concepts that do not actually play out in the real universe. Just noise. Literally. There's an appropriate use of that word.
Which actually exists in nature.
Ah, right. Nature. The appeal to nature fallacy argument. Let's see where he goes with this, if anywhere.
All this high-fat meat is man-made as all hell.
Ah, okay. Unlike the plants that we consume, largely. They're not man-made at all, are they, Cole? You stupid, mindless cunt. You arrogant, ignorant little boy. Wow.
All of it. All this excessive...
And also, if you're going to use the appeal to nature fallacy, why don't you understand that human beings are a part of nature? We evolved in nature. Therefore, everything we create with our technology is also a part of nature. How about that? You mindless cunt.
amount of oil, you would never get...
Now, who's suggesting that oil is a good idea? I'm not. I don't believe Dr Kiltz ever did either. As far as I'm aware, if he did, boy, Rob, we're going to have a problem if you did that.
Get that kind of oil volume out of nature if you go back like a bunch of centuries.
That's right. So we shouldn't be consuming seed oils and, well, oils from plants of any kind, really. Okay, fine. Agreed, we should not.
Never. If you had to live on what's out in the bush where I live right here, it'd be lean game meat whenever you could get it.
But Cole, what makes you think that your advice is worth shit? And will it be the same next week? Or will you have different advice for people next week based on what's popular next week? If there's anyone here that listens to Cole Robinson and takes him remotely seriously, even for a second, for his advice, please explain to us, why is that? What's wrong with you?
And a pile of starch and berries.
No, you shouldn't be eating any piles of starch or berries, no.
Low fat.
Oh, well, it's low fat, so it must be good.
It's always low fat.
No, it's not. False. The human diet has never been low fat, except for... that's been pushed for the last 100 years or so. Throughout deep time, we've eaten a high-fat diet. High-fat, moderate animal protein. How do I know? Well, isotope testing that's answered that question.
There's a version of a low-fat diet in every place you'd go in the world.
That doesn't mean it's right. There's also a version of government in every part of the world. Are they right? Anyone from the UK want to tell us about how great the Westminster system of government is? How about anyone from New Zealand? Want to tell us about mixed member proportional representation that we have here? Where what you get is like the tail wagging the dog. A small party, a small one policy party who holds the balance of power after an election and gets to fucking hold the whole country to ransom. Or indeed, the other flip side of that coin is the Westminster system where one man gets to hold the whole country to ransom. As long as you guys allow that, by the way. And only as long as you allow it. How many people live in the UK? You can overpower any force trying to be exerted upon you by any authority to try and mandate anything that's unconstitutional upon you. And you have the right to do so. I believe you should. But that's for another day. Let's not get into politics, I'll get banned.
Poor man's diet. Poor man's diet.
Say it again though, Cole, because if you repeat things, it makes them correct.
Fat kings have heart attacks.
Wrong. All sorts of people have heart attacks.
That's the only people that would have been eating a high-fat diet back in the past. Rich-ass, fat-ass kings.
Right, so there's no difference other than the diet between rich-ass, fat-ass kings and peasants? There are no other degrees of freedom at play here? You fucking imbecile. You ridiculous cunt.
Dead. The poor man's diet is how you live the longest.
No, it isn't. No.
How you stay lean with arteries that aren't closed.
How you stay lean, says Cole Robinson, who cannot seem to maintain a lean physique. He balloons up, comes down, balloons up, comes down, balloons up again, mainly because he keeps changing his diet and his approach every 3 fucking seconds. Oh, shut up. You've been locked in here for a reason. It's because you were misbehaving out there. Goodness gracious. Little fitter.
Clogged up with a bunch of plaque. And that's the crazy part. You could be at a good body weight.
What's that, Cole? What's a good body weight? According to whom? On the basis of what?
On that stupid carnivore diet.
Again with the opinions. Good.
And still have a bunch of plaque buildup in your arteries.
There you go. Yes, you could. There are all sorts of things that contribute to the development of plaque in one's arteries. Diet is one of those factors. In an indirect way. Stop scratching at the door, deaf ears.
How do you solve this problem today?
Solve your heart disease problem today? Cole's cleverer than I thought. I take my hat off. Well, I would if I was wearing one.
You cut the fat out of that diet.
And there you go. So now we know that you have absolutely not the first fucking idea of what you're talking about. Not at all. You're an absolute fucking imbecile. You're a waste of time. You're a waste of space. And you're an offensive cunt. Okay, good.
You can trust starch. You can trust vegetables.
Oh my God. Is it possible to be any more fucking ill-informed than that? Yes, it is. Sadly, and some people are even more ill-informed than this clown here. Believe it or not.
Low fat. You can trust lean meat.
Are you going to back up any of your rancid, pustulous, excremental, mindless, arrogant fucking opinions with anything, Cole, at all? Do you even have a Wednesday afternoon certificate in bumfuckery or basket weaving? Let alone a qualification that would make you remotely credible to talk to people about nutrition, physiology, body composition, or any of these things. The answer is no, you don't. Shut the fuck up.
Moderation. You can trust it.
Say it again, though. It'll make it correct if you say it again.
Okay, and you're going to get lean. And you're going to have crazy energy. And you're going to have perfect thyroid function.
Crazy energy like you, Cole. You don't have crazy energy, son. You just have crazy. That's all you have. Yes, report to Ted after class. Lateness, goodness gracious. Do these people honestly think that all of our ancestors died at age 10 of heart attacks? I don't know what the... I think that using the term think when referring to these absolute fucking buffoons like Cole Robinson here is probably a bit generous. I don't think this clown's got two fucking brain cells to rub together. I think he's just stupid as fuck. I really do. I don't think he's even just pretending to be stupid as fuck for clicks. I think he genuinely is very, very fucking stupid indeed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go on though, Cole. Tell us all about it. Make sure you repeat yourself though.
It's a no-brainer.
Yes, you are a no-brainer. Correct. No brain at all.
Just took a few years to come out of the woodwork. Okay?
Make sure you shout though, because it'll make what you're saying much more believable if you shout about it.
You get that extreme nonsense.
Yes, we do get extreme nonsense every time we tune into your ridiculous nonsense. So what you've got, Cole Robinson? A stream of nonsense. An ever-changing stream of nonsense. The only thing that remains stable is the fact that everything you say is nonsense.
And people follow it long enough. And it shows up. Okay? It shows up. It takes time to clog those arteries up.
That's right. That was why, one of the questions I had for Kiltz was when he said he had an increase. Well, over what period of time? And were the two tests, as I said, were the two tests completed by the same person at the same institution using the same bit of kit and interpreted by the same person in the same way?
Baby. Especially if you're at a leaner body weight. But it's happening.
Tell us all about the lean body weight though, Cole. You pudgy fuck. Or you intermittently pudgy fuck, to be exactly accurate about your upward and downward physique.
Happening. You got one carnivore MD that's been doing it longer than almost anybody.
Who's that? And there's no such thing as a carnivore MD. Any more than there's any such thing as a vegan MD. MDs are not trained in nutrition. MDs have no opinion on nutrition by virtue of being MDs. It's not in their training. They are an individual person who has taken a preference for a certain kind of diet. The fact that they hold an MD is absolutely irrelevant to that choice.
And he's changing his diet.
Well, that's not a good idea.
What's that tell you?
It tells us that Kiltz is losing the plot and I need to bring him back on board. I need to throw him a lifeline, a lifesaver, and say, Rob, put your arms through here. We'll bring you back in to shore and I'll bring you back to us. Join me. I will complete your training, something dark side. But stop the nonsense, Rob Kiltz. Stop it today.
The gig is up. The scam is done, baby.
So, following the Cole Robinson school of when the scam is up and the gig is up, then what you need to do is just change your tune next week. Everyone will forget about it. They'll all forgive you because they all know how stupid you are. They tune in to laugh at you, not with you, Cole, at you, because you're an imbecile. You might as well actually paint your face and put on a wig and a red nose, and you might just go full clown, basically. You absolute fucking waste of space. Shut the fuck up, man. Seriously.
The scam is done. It's time to go back to a poor man's diet.
No, it's not. Wrong.
It's time to go back to a low-fat diet.
No, it isn't. Still wrong.
Which is cheap.
Well, so what?
Starch.
Nope. Bad idea.
Starch.
No, saying it twice won't make it an even better idea. It's still a bad idea.
Low-fat.
No, you've said that as well, and it's still a bad idea, and you've backed it with nothing. Still.
Fruit.
No, that's a bad idea. Still.
Lean-ass meat.
No, not lean-ass meat. That's a bad idea too.
You'll never have a problem for the rest of your life with...
Oh, there you go. Wrong again. Absolutely fucking nonsensical, just garbage, Cole Robinson. Absolute fucking nonsense.
any of this bullshit.
Yeah, well, we all know who's talking bullshit here.
These carnivore grifters like Sean Dadbod Baker and Ken Dadbod Barry,
Says this absolute fucking clown. Unbelievable.
it's the internet. You can show people anything. It's time for...
Cheers for the $10, fully laden swallow. Appreciate those. Oh, shut up. Håll käften. Fitta. Ah. Tyst. Tyst. Håll käften. Liten fitta. Right. Tara Louse, you're late for class. Report to Ted afterwards, would you? If you can find him. Who's bingo? B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. Right. We also have some super chat action of the UK pound squids variety, 4.99 of those. Appreciate that. Would you talk on or to Jimmy Dore? Sure. Would be huge. He is kind of on board with good eating gig. The show is huge and would have a big impact. Yes, perhaps. See, the thing is, though, I don't just get to decide which shows I'm on. People have to invite me to be on their show. I have not been invited to be on Jimmy Dore's show. But yes, I would. Sure. So anyone changing has no integrity. No, that's not what I said. Don't misquote me. Some carbs versus your entire mindset whenever you feel ignored. What's the question, Sean? Cole is just dumb. There is no conclusion, other conclusion. Yeah, we know that. Cole is just as stupid as fuck. Yeah. All right, what's next?
you people to wake up and use some of your own intuition here.
So we use some intuition guided by your intuition, Cole? Because your intuition is so badly flawed, it's laughable, isn't it, son? Repeatedly changing your tune, repeatedly changing your ideas around, repeatedly telling people, this is how it is. No, now it's this, that, the other thing, and now next week it'll be something different again. The only thing that's consistent is the fact that you are a mindless cunt. How's that?
Okay, if you're just trusting a crazy high-fat diet on blind faith, you're an idiot.
So, more opinions. Ignorant, arrogant, stupid, baseless opinions offered by a complete imbecile. Yeah, okay.
Okay, you're an idiot.
Say it again. That'll make it more true if you say it again.
Why would you do that?
Well, someone that eats a high-fat diet, so long as that fat all comes from animal sources and a moderate amount of protein, preferably largely from ruminant animals, is doing the right thing. That's why they do it, because they actually have looked into it. They actually understand what the optimal diet for a human being is on the basis of the best inferences of what the best human diet is that we have. Anyone that tells you to do anything other than that has not studied this remotely adequately, or has been indoctrinated to a way of thinking by someone with nefarious purpose. That nefarious purpose usually involving that stuff. Okay? Simple as that.
It's a simple fix. You cut fat out of that diet.
Yeah, no, you don't do that, Cole Robinson. That's the bad idea still. Doesn't matter how many times you say cut fat out of your diet, that's what you need to do. That's not correct. That's still bad advice from an imbecile.
You cut fat out of that diet. You're right.
Say it again, though, because we haven't heard you say that already, Mr. Brain Fog, Mr. Dumb as Fuck, Mr. All the Intelligence of your average fucking retarded goldfish.
A low-fat diet.
Yeah, no, still no.
Low-fat diet.
No,
Lean
still no. Say it again, though.
meat, whole food carbohydrates.
No, wrong. That's not a good diet for a human.
Starch.
No, wrong. Not a good idea.
Vegetables.
No, not a good idea.
Fruit.
No, not a good idea at all. You want to look up fructose and see what its effect is on hepatic ATP concentration, Cole? Or do you just want to say things because you want to say them?
No added fat. No added
No.
refined sugar.
Yes, no added sugar of any kind. No sugar of any kind, in fact, except for that very, very small amount of carbohydrates that you will find actually inherently in meat.
Done, you fat ass pigs.
Right, you mindless fucksplat. You absolute cock trumpet. You cock. You shithead. You mindless cunt. No. Right, there it is. Okay, so I think we've dealt with that idiot enough for one day, don't you think? So, anybody got any questions for me? It's been an hour. I can finish off now, or we can answer one or two questions. Cole is ignorant about the... Yes, he is. It's not just that, though, Harry. Cole is ignorant about... Well, here's the thing. Paul Robinson wouldn't know the difference between his elbow and his asshole if I labelled both of them and taught him how to read. He's an imbecile. He's a waste of space. He's a waste of perfectly... Well, I was going to say perfectly good skin, but I'm not sure his skin is that good, is it? He's a waste of oxygen. Anyway, there it is. Wasn't commenting on you. It was about Cole's mindset. Yeah, but you did misquote me, though. I think. If you were referring to... You were suggesting that I might have said that if anybody changes their ideas, that they have no integrity. Which I didn't say. But anyway, okay, fine. It's cool. Love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't take the grumpy act too seriously. It's still an act. It's still something I do for clicks. The dictionary definition of an unhinged rant. Yes. Yep, Cole Robinson is just an unhinged imbecile. Arnie's gone vegan again, has he? Oh, good for him. Whatever. Who cares? Oh, goodness gracious, Master Chief. Yes, you'll be seeing Ted later, if we can find Ted. I think he's down here twiddling the knobs somewhere. Aren't you? Oh, there he is. Yes, Ted.
Hello, boys and girls. Have you been behaving and showing up to class on time? Have you? If not... Anyway, I better go and twiddle the knobs, because that's what I do.
Thank you, Ted. Yes, good boy. Good boy, twiddling the knobs. Somebody has to, don't they? Yes, the industry brainwashing is strong. Yep. What is the snake diet? Originally, the snake diet was just don't eat any food. That was his shtick at the beginning. Hey, fatty! Stop fucking eating! Like, for stupidly long periods of time, and it just, you know, again, his whole thing has been around his opinion at that time. And then when that gets boring for him and or his audience, he changes his tune and says, this is popular. Like last month, he was talking about the sugar diet being a great idea. That's all you do. You just eat fucking sugar. All day. Sugar, sugar. You'll have energy out your ass. Just a fucking imbecile. Yeah. Yes, see you next Tuesday indeed. On the spectrum, I don't know. I think it's a bit of an act. But I think he is genuinely very stupid. Ooh, some Pacific pesos. We love Pacific pesos, but not as much as US dollars. They're not worth as much. But we'll take them. Thank you, Nick. Would you stop metformin as a type 1 diabetic, even if it meant 50% increase in insulin? I would only ever give my opinion to a type 1 diabetic following a discussion of probably about an hour's length, getting your history, your background, and getting some facts and figures from you. If you'd like to consult with me, you can do that by using the link currently wending its way across the bottom of the screen, the stream screen, that yellow thing with the black writing on it. That's the link you go to access all things Bart. Yes. Question, how? How what? Cole did the sugar diet, but still calls his channel the snake diet. Never seen a snake eat fruit or candy. No, neither have I. Yes. Big convo on the Twitter, you mean the X? About Seco and energy balance. Okay, Ted hasn't told me anything about that. Perhaps he hasn't seen it. Who's saying what? Who is saying what? And is it something Ted needs to wade in on? Yes, snakes are carnivores. Yes, they are. When are the new courses out on Patreon? I am starting to record those this week. To thank those of you who have responded to my request, my call to action, that I need many, many more of you to join my Patreon so that I can actually make a living out of doing this, so that I can continue doing it. A number of you have responded, and that's very gratifying. Thank you very much. Those of you that did respond and have joined my Patreon, well, you'll get the benefit of that because you'll be able to see the first lesson in my new course on how to read and dismantle research papers effectively, and how to have that argument when someone waves a paper in front of you saying, here's a paper that absolutely proves X, Y, or Z. It's going to be great. But only if you join my Patreon. If you don't join my Patreon, well, you won't get to see it. Yes, the wolf diet. Tell us all about that. Can the carnivore diet attenuate clotting risk? Depends on what the cause of the clotting is, Mr. Beaumont. Again, that sounds like an individual question, needing an individual answer, needing a consultancy session with me, lasting an hour, and costing you a lot less than what the same hour would cost if you, for some reason, were stupid enough to listen to someone like Dr. Paul Sullard. I don't know who Bart K is, for some reason. Anyway, yes. Is Face IQ going to show up anytime soon? I don't know. I've invited him. I've extolled him. I've told him to come and front up and let's do a collaboration. What can you do? I can't make him. Maybe you guys should all go and remind him that he's wanted in terms of doing a collaborative with yours truly, this bad bald man. Yep. Snake oil diet is a better name, perhaps, yes. After a fashion, yes, it was. But then he had to change his tune and, you know, come up with something different. Yeah. Did I see that Jack Cruz called Sean Baker a smooth brain rat tard? Did he? I think Jack Cruz has started. Well, he was always on a slide. He was always on a slide to insanity, and I think that he's now got to the point where his slide has become a critical velocity drop straight into the pit of, yeah. Jack, you've lost the prop. Love you, son. Nothing you can do about it, but you have lost the fucking plot entirely. Okay? I think Jack's ego's got the better of him. I really do. It always was a bit of a problem, but now it's really, really to the point now where he can't even see how stupid he sounds. He really thinks he's saying intelligent things. Anyway, yes, thank you for heeding my call to action to join my fucking Patreon. More of you need to. Seriously, I need. If you support what I do here and you want me to continue doing it, I need to feel that from you guys, really. I need to pay the bills, which are significant. Having been smashed with some floods and repairs and insurance companies being insurance companies as they are, i.e. wanting to take your premiums but not wanting to pay out when there's a problem, sort of thing. Nick Norwitz and others are having a chat about Seiko, are they? Okay. Ted will probably get to that when he next logs into X. At the moment, though, he's busy twiddling the knobs, aren't you, Ted? Good boy. Yes, you keep twiddling those knobs. Somebody has to. Very good. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Stefan promises to join the Patreon once I get a job that you can hold. Okay, cool. You can join for $1 a month. Can you afford $1 a month? If not, that's a worry. Oh, yes, well, you did show up, but you're late, so you'll have to report to Ted after class. Yes, you just twiddle the knobs, Ted. Yeah, Baker did a video on it. Yes, okay. I can't think of anything less exciting, really, than Baker versus Jack Cruz. Oh, God, seriously? Yes, Jack Cruz is entirely off the rails. Entirely. Here's a bloke sitting there without a hint of irony, saying that he knows all about health. He knows more than everybody else in the world about health. We're all wrong, those of us that are food gurus. It's all about light. Light's the most important thing. Light, light, light. He's a fat pig. He's a corpulent fat pig. Jack, seriously, mate. Are you having a laugh? I don't think it's very funny, personally. Subbing to the Patreon immediately. Good. Good. Very good. Supporting on the Seekers of Knowledge, which is one of the tiers on my Patreon system. Very good. Yes, save Pimbatia. All hail saving Pimbatia. Speaking of saving Pimbatia, one of the ways you can save Pimbatia, as well as supporting financially what we're doing and joining Patreon and all of that, one of the largest reasons, by the way, that you need to join the Patreon is because if at any stage, for any reason whatsoever, the YouTube platform decides that I am persona non grata that needs to disappear, that will happen. They will shut my channel down. I have no power to do anything about that. So if I've got you folks on another platform, even at $1 a month, that means you and I can remain in contact. If I disappear off the interwebs because my channel's been shut down, how will you know where I am and where to find me and how to be amused by what I have to say in the future? I have no control, so we need to get you somewhere where we have control. So you need to participate in that actively at the cost of $1 or more per month. Obviously, for $1, you're only going to get one lesson. You're not going to get the full course. Of course you're not. For $10, you'll get the whole course. If you want to talk to me face-to-face, it's $100 or $200 US a month, which is a lot less than Salad I Don't Know Who Bart Kayers charges at $1,000 per hour or part thereof. Wow. Right. Many people saying Kiltz has issues because of dairy. Well, that's entirely possible, which is nonsense. How do you know? He might have problems because of dairy individually. It's more than likely the cardio he does. Well, that's also probably a problem. But how do you know? Okay, question. Is carnivore indicated... Pollen. It's that time of year around Pimbatia where there's lots of pollen. It's springtime. Right. Is carnivore indicated for correcting adrenal fatigue? Correcting is too strong. The old school name for HPA, axis dysregulation. What I can say is that it's likely to be ameliorative, but to say it's a cure is too strong. Can I take Cerol products if you're taking Plaquenil? Yes, there are no known interactions between any pharmacological drug of any kind and Cerol products, except for blood thinners of a certain kind and class, purely because naturally there is some vitamin K in the product. Any plans to cover this Zane guy who suddenly got popular, leading people to believe that people are mass quitting carnivore? Who the fuck is Zane? Who the hell is that? This Zane guy. Give me more, Joseph, for goodness sake. Give me more. Tell me more, tell me more. Did you get very far? Tell me more, tell me more. Like, does he have a car? Huh. Paying my dues. Good. Somebody has to. New Takano. Okay. Trouble eating enough meat. Do you think whey isolate is a good hit protein goal? No, well, it depends on how much you think is enough meat. It sounds like you and I need to have a discussion in the background, Nick, about getting you started along the right lines so you don't end up one of these casualties that did it wrong. How old is Cole? Don't know, don't care. Does glycerol gluconeogenesis pathway works only during lipolysis? No, it works anytime there's glycerol backbones available for use in that pathway. Does cooking meat cause any problems, or is it worse in any way? No, not at all, unless you overcook it, like to black, which is not a good idea. We're all happy to help, but we need more info. Yeah, I guess that's the same sort of answer that I give. You know, it's not that we don't want to help folks, but you need. If you've got an individual problem, the best thing you can do is buy yourself a consultancy so we can sit down face to face on Zoom privately and have a discussion about what's going on for you for about an hour, and then I can render a sensible opinion. How's that? Cole's 42, is he? Well, who gives a fuck? Okay. Why is fish like tuna, salmon, or trout not considered meat? It is considered meat. It is meat. Who told you it's not meat? It is. For fuck's sake. Jack did a collab with Andrew Huberman. Oh, Jesus, really? He shows with that action the type of people he values in this world. Yes, indeed. Do you recommend light weightlifting for a long-term health? No, I don't. I don't recommend that at all. No. Zane was the director of the movie Animal, I think. Okay. All right. How many total carbs daily over the 6 to 8 weeks while transitioning would you recommend from the SAD diet? It depends on all sorts of things. Again, that is a personal program. You need to get yourself a consultancy with me so we can sort through it and come up with a sensible answer for you. General rule of thumb is there are several ways you can do it. You can do it ramp-wise, or you can do it ski slope-wise. But it's about taking a percentage of the carbs that are currently in your diet out per week until they're all gone. Everybody and their mum is interviewing the dude. Do you mean Zane still? Zane Griggs. Okay. Rightio. Somebody send me a URL to one of his videos so I can respond to it, please. Send it to my email or something. What do you think about ACTN3 gene variant that makes your muscles be predominantly type 1 and its impact on volume versus intensity for hypertrophy? It's a very individual thing. It really depends on exactly what phenotypical and genotypical expression an individual person actually has as to what the take-home message is, how that person should act going forward should be or should not be. Okay? Animal is a 2025 feature-length documentary directed by Josh Feldman and produced by Kevin Carter. So no. Okay. So he's not anything to do with that. Very good. What exercises do you recommend for getting older to help keep muscle strength? Big compounds, depending on how much older we're talking about, with heavy weights relative to your 1RM, again, depending on your age, your abilities, your vestibular function, what kind of equipment we're using, safety considerations, etc. Sounds like you need to get yourself a consultancy so that I can help you work through that in a sensible way relevant to you individually. How am I doing? I'm doing good, John. All right? You doing all right? Yeah, I'm busy as a blue-ass fly chasing my tail around a farm, trying to be a farmer. That's hilarious. People that want to follow my farming exploits can see a number of short snippets of what's happening right now in Pimbatia on and around the farm on my Instagram, which is Bart_KAY_nutrition, if you want to follow that there. And you'll see all sorts of things going on there, including, I think in about a week or so, there'll be another guest here at Pimbatia. Thank you, Harry, for the $10. A bit of Tassie love. We love us a bit of Tassie love, so we do. Yes, in about a week or so, we'll have another visitor here with us for a period of time doing Pimbatia stuffs. Yeah. We're quite looking forward to this one. I am, certainly. She's currently in the country, so we know she's here. She's making her way towards us here. And when she gets here, you'll know more about it. Is it good to eat chicken and pork, or should you not? It's fine as part of your diet. 80% of your diet ought to be around the ruminant meats, but you've got 20% leeway. Chicken, pork, fish, whatever. Absolutely. All right. We are at the bottom of the chat. Are there any last and final questions with large super chats appended to them to bring them to my attention immediately? If there aren't in the next few seconds or so, we will sum up by saying, go and support all things Bart at the link which is currently wending its way across the bottom of the screen on that yellow ticker tape. At that site there, you can join my Patreon at a number of different levels, starting at $1 and working its way up to, well, just about any amount you like, really, to support what we do here. You can also go to the merchandise store and buy all sorts of fantastic things like this Meat Militia mug. You can also get it in the right-handed version. This one's a left-handed one, because I am very much left-handed. You can get t-shirts and all sorts of things there. It's all good. As I say, so far I've been getting about $15 a month from merchandise sales, so well done everybody. Thank you for that. What else can you do? You can buy Cerule products, or at least it will link you off to the link you need to go and buy Cerule products. They're fantastic. Stem Enhance Ultra, Sciactive and Plasma Flow. Get them together as a wellness pack on Subscribe and Save, and you'll get 18 to 20% discount. Or if you want them completely free, send me an email and I'll tell you how to do that too, because it's not even hard. How's the farm? Well, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, doing a last lager waltz. Really beautiful music channel. Every time we sort something else, it's like putting your finger in the dike. You know, you put your finger in one leak and another leak. It's like that sort of thing. Yes, I am a lefty too. Can we also get stripped pain and a bucket of steam? Okay, I think it's time for me to get offline now. Thank you, Stefan, for your words. Do you see how those words didn't make a lot of sense, though? Anyway, that's for another day. Right, it's only online in the UK for Cerule, or can I go to Stephen's house and pick them up? He'll love that. Look, buying Cerule products is online wherever you are in the world. What you do is you join my Cerule or Stephen's Cerule or any of the other fine folks around the community who have seen the light and become Cerule distributors in their own regard, whoever you feel like you most want to support, really, and you join their Cerule team either as a customer or as an independent business owner in your own regard. It doesn't matter which, it's up to you. And then what happens is you order online and the company sends it to your door. And whether it's me or Stephen or anybody else, DC is another one that's involved, if you're in Australia, then, you know, he doesn't handle your stuff. They don't handle your stuff. Nobody handles your stuff except the company. The only thing that differs is by which route of introduction are you linked to the company, and that's how they work out where the various different commissions get sent every month. Yes, you're very, very late indeed. We're just about to finish, Ragnar Lothbrok. or Odin's son, if you like. Son of Odin. Yes, very late indeed. Report to Ted. He'll be down the back after, with that rampant wildebeest and that wetsuit with the bottom cut out. Right next to that bucket of soapy frogs. That's where you need to report, latecomers. The rest of you just need to sit through the song that we always sing at the end of the session. It's a good... Is he 34, not 42? Jesus. Wow. Wow. No, Ted's busy handling my stuff, David. Somebody has to. If you want to come to Pimbatia and handle my stuff, that's welcome. Because we need a team of knob twiddlers to make sure all the knobs are twiddled in the right way, don't we? Right, so here comes the song, and then we can all get out of here and have a life, can't we? Or something. Steak and eggs and eggs and steak. That's what you should have for your breakfast. Delicious. Eggs and steak and steak and eggs. Just making sure you heard. I think they got it, Ted. Join me next time when Cole Robinson will still be a mindless cunt. Hit the button, Ted, for God's sake. Come on. Anytime you're ready. Go join my Patreon, fuckers. Love you. Nothing you can do about it. Do it now. Thank you, Valerie. Appreciate it.